from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Can you believe tomorrow at this time we'll be doing the rapid fire quiz? Who had the belt from last week?
Eric won the
baby.
belt in that stupid mistake.
Will you be able to keep that gold-plated belt?
I haven't worn it. I need to go wear it today around town.
It's too what, MJ? It's too what?
It's too shiny.
Too shiny.
shiny.
How can a belt be too shiny? Now,
Eric
listen.
likes the shine.
Because when you're a shining star like me, MJ, it looks really good.
We gave away our Moody Garden tickets for today, and we've got that up for grabs tomorrow with the rapid fire quiz. MJ, give a shout out to the winner of today's tickets.
Yeah, who won?
Was that?
Congratulations, Christopher!
Christopher was the winner of today's Moody Garden tickets. Tomorrow at this time, when we play the rapid fire quiz, you play along for us to win for you. So you basically pick one of us, and you're going to go to Moody Gardens with a 4-pack of tickets for the fam, as you have so many things to do that are going to be so fun. That's 8 o'clock tomorrow, the rapid fire quiz, Moody Gardens.
It's Try It Tuesday on the Roula Ryan Show. It could be super weird, it could be super gross.
We'll take it to the face.
Grab a garbage just in case. Just try it. Just try it.
KRB.
Yeah, Try It Tuesday.
Now, Try It Tuesday has brought us a variety of things that we didn't know we needed in our lives and things we never want to see again. Like, I'm still traumatized from pig lips on Lay's chips.
Well, you ate something that had
So
whiskers.
bad.
That was
So bad.
There's something good about eating that.
So bad.
It tickles you when you eat it.
No,
That's 'cause
terrible.
It's whiskers going down your throat.
And then
Feels
other
good.
times we
That
have
was
things that
foul.
are enjoyable. We're like, oh, okay, wow, these salmon skin chips are actually very tasty.
we
I'll
want-
eat these again.
Plus, we want to try things for you guys so you don't waste your money.
Exactly
Waste
right.
our money.
Because let me tell you, we have had alcohol on this show before, and we do have these whip shots, but in an effort of what you just said, or to prove what you just said, when you go to a liquor store and they're trying to sell you on a new liquor and they don't have a sample of it, you're thinking, okay, I'll take my chances. You roll the dice with 16 or 17 bucks or 22 bucks.
But I don't want to taste it like they give you that little thing on plastic. It doesn't taste as...
Well, that's how you know Eric
plus
is a
I'm-
super bourbon
Yeah.
drinker.
Eric,
'cause it's the
presentation is
plastic.
Plus,
everything.
it's
True, you can't drink wine out of plastic either.
Okay, but listen,
Tastes
Kevin.
weird.
Hey,
you know
the free samples, I'll take it.
Kevin, Tullamore this Tullamore Irish whiskey.
Honey.
They had the honey version at the liquor store next to Costco, which, by the way, is not Costco liquor store.
No.
It is a privately owned liquor store that's just next to Costco. It has nothing to do with Costco. And the guy did not have any samples of this, but I like honey flavored things. I like wild turkey honey and things like that. I bought this stupid thing. I had half of 1/8 of a teaspoon. And I was like, I don't think I like this. I might have to give this away.
Kevin will like that.
Well, I mean, it's already sweet.
you might need it for your throat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it might be good.
yeah.
Oh, with some tea
Like
for
a
you.
hot
Yes.
Tullamore honey.
It's Irish whiskey is already some of the sweetest whiskey, which is
Is
why I
it?
love it. And so if you add honey to it, I bet you it's next level sweetness. Like you put it on ice cream.
Well, you can have the rest of the show and you simmer it with some
Yes,
warmth.
I will. I'll put some
and we'll
lemon in
see.
there.
Oh, that's
Let's do the fluffy Coke first.
Yeah.
All right, now what
Okay,
is
so MJ,
fluffy
my
Coke?
9-year-old is here. This is definitely something he can try because every time he's come here to visit Mommy on the show,
Yeah.
we're doing alcoholic track Tuesdays. Oops. Last time we had like the beer fest in here and all these things.
Oh, yeah.
So Fluffy Coke is a TikTok sensation.
So what all is in it?
It's really sticky. There's not much in it, right, Ahmad? Ahmad put it together.
Also,
Why do we need a fork?
Just to stir it, I feel like,
Yeah.
you want
Okay.
to stir up the fluffy marshmallow. It's marshmallow fluff and Coca-Cola.
Just straight up Coca-Cola. And Matthew Jimmy, do you know what marshmallow fluff is?
yeah, it's like the type of, it's like a foamy, like, kind of jelly thing.
It comes in a jar, and people put like a fluffernutter sandwich as a peanut butter instead of jelly. They'll put this
Yeah,
marshmallow
I love
fluff.
Sam
It's like
likes
super,
that.
Also fun,
super sweet.
fun fact, I hate soda.
Oh,
Good for you.
He's not a soda kid. So
That's
let's
good.
see. How do we feel about Fluffy Coke? It's Coca-Cola with. So Ahmad put the marshmallow whip lined around the cup
In the TikTok,
and then just poured the Coke on
in the
it.
TikTok videos, you line the edges and inside of the
Okay,
whole
I'll
thing.
try it.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
All right.
Do we drink it or we eat it with the
No,
fork?
the fork is just to scoop a little
Stir,
more.
okay,
but you can
so-
drink it. Just drink it regular.
Okay, I'm trying it.
Everyone try it.
Okay.
I like Coke.
Your marshmallow tastes good.
Just like
It's just a-
flat Coke.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it ruins
like
the
flat
Coke.
Coke. It definitely flattens the Coke. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
MJ.
not a fan.
MJ.
It's flat.
No.
Not a fan.
Nope.
Yeah, how did the fluff
What
make it
in
flat?
the world? There's bubbles too, so it looks like it is not flat.
It
but
somehow
looks like a root beer float.
neutralizes. It
That is
neutralizes the carbonation.
If you like Pepsi,
Yeah.
you'll like this.
Yeah.
Where's Pepsi at, my
'Cause
dad?
it tastes like a
Yep,
Pepsi.
no,
To me, Pepsi tastes like flat
I
Coke.
only like
That's
the
a-
marshmallow fluff, but not the cola.
Yeah.
I got a chunk of fluff on
Did
that
you?
last sip, and it was a little much.
Oh, so
Yeah, isn't it so weird how it negated the carbonation of the Coca-Cola?
Smells
That's
good, though.
weird.
It
I
smells
did
good.
not expect that.
it
at
looks
all.
pretty.
It
Careful,
just
don't spill it.
neutralizes the carbonation.
Yeah, no.
So Fluffy Coke is a fail.
No, I'm saying
That's a fail.
It's so weird.
I have
Sucks.
crackers here, and I'm gonna dip it.
He's got dip salting
Oh, no,
crackers.
I
in
hate-
it.
oh, my God.
I don't know about
I know
that.
it's very sticky.
My hands are all sticky.
very sticky. Okay, the
All
next thing, MJ, you can't try because it's for adults since it's alcohol. But you go ahead and eat
He's
your
working
crackers.
on that. I don't think you want to take it away.
No, he's
dipping
done with.
Coke-
You don't like this,
he's
right,
dipping
MJ?
crackers
Don't be
in it.
dipping in that.
That'll be
Coke?
enough of that.
We don't
The
like
thing
that.
that I like about is the marshmallow and saltine crackers.
Oh, the
right.
marshmallow fluff with saltine
yeah,
crackers.
that's
I
what
bet
you
that's
do.
a snack.
And then you add
Salty-
peanut butter.
Salty sweet.
It's like the same.
That's what we need to get for home.
Yeah, because we need more.
Marshmallow fluff
another.
and saltine crackers.
Okay, let's try that. Actually,
peanut
that is
butter.
good.
I might have some left over. Is there any left over, or do we use it all?
Hold on.
I coated
think
the
he's onto
mess out
something.
of these cups. So
Yeah.
there's like a little bit left.
Wait, y'all, I think he's onto something. Marshmallow fluff with a saltine cracker.
With peanut butter.
Peanut butter would be good.
I'm telling you. It's like the fluff and
It's
nutter, but
good.
just a different type of bread.
Yep.
All right. Okay, now
What do
we're
you say? That's a
gonna-
fail. We
It's a
tried
fail.
that.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one.
Thumbs
That's a
down
fail.
from everybody.
It's a fail.
Fail. I hate.
Okay, you
right,
can
here
try
we
the next
go.
one now, MJ.
Yeah, shake them up. It says to shake it.
All
It
right.
says
really well.
slap it, shake it, whip it. Did you
Okay.
slap it?
You know the thing from
Oh man, there goes the.
You were supposed to slap the bottom of it.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Turn your
I'll take
can
a
upside down
sip.
and give it a
You know that
few
thing
strong
from movies?
You
slaps.
can't put it in your mouth though. You
No,
gotta-
I'm not.
Where's your
What
hand?
flavor?
Put it
Oh,
in
wait,
your
where's
hand.
the.
What
yeah,
flavor
come
is
here,
it?
wait.
I have
You know
vanilla.
that thing from
I'll take
movies?
vanilla.
How they,
Here, let me try
movies?
vanilla. I'll
Yeah.
just put it on my hand.
like the
What
movie
movies?
Bad
Which one do you want?
Hold
The
on, MJ.
vanilla. The vanilla.
Okay, the vanilla. Well, Eric,
guys, how
which,
they just shake it up and then all the time.
okay, so
Enough?
here's how you're gonna do it. Yeah, put it back.
that's
You're gonna have to lick the side of that. That's how we're gonna do it. Here, put it.
Oh,
here,
yeah. Or
Eric.
do you have your fork?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, here.
If you got a fork.
All right, here we
Are you
go.
spoon?
Buddy, buddy,
Here we
hold on.
go. You want me to try it now?
Yeah.
Which flavor did Ryan try?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
I'm trying vanilla first.
I was gonna try peppermint, but we didn't try both.
You can taste the alcohol in that.
Yeah.
Here we go, Kevin. Here we go.
Wow.
Does it taste like vodka?
Yeah, it's strong.
You know, it's actually not too. I don't.
Oh my god.
Kevin's wearing
Sorry,
his.
Kevin. I got it on your face.
I don't feel
went
like
in my
it's I mean, I don't
It's
really feel
good.
like it's that strong. I don't really feel like it's that
I
strong,
taste
guys.
alcohol.
Hold on, hold on, MJ. Stay over here because we can't have this whipped cream stuff. He's like, never
No,
mind.
stay away from that.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's that strong, guys.
I do.
Let me try peppermint.
I feel like all
It's
it's
not
taste is
strong.
alcohol.
Wait, Sam is mixing it with her fluffy Coke.
Ooh, that might be good.
Let's see.
Oh, I don't like
What
it.
do you think?
I do not like this.
I'm gonna try peppermint now.
Not good.
No. Tastes medicine-y.
Vanilla.
That's weird.
Vanilla was fine. Let me try peppermint because peppermint
I
smells.
hate that it's not cold.
I know. It's very weird.
I think that's part of
They
it.
don't refrigerate it.
I know they say don't refrigerate it. Even on the website, it says do not refrigerate.
You
but,
can definitely
hold
tell
on.
that's
Oh,
alcohol.
Kev, it's still all over
peppermint
your
one
face.
Is much stronger than the vanilla one. Because peppermint schnapps. Think
Yes.
of peppermint schnapps.
Okay.
You like it, Eric?
Peppermint's not bad.
Okay.
I think vanilla is better than
not good.
peppermint.
The peppermint is horrible.
It tastes like medicine-y.
Oh, now it's
Yeah,
getting,
that's what I'm
now it's getting
saying.
too thick. Oh,
Yeah.
Let me try the vanilla.
I would put this on top of hot chocolate to give it a little boozy punch.
I love whipped cream
But I don't-
on a sundae or ice cream, but
And the
this
vanilla.
does
These are not. They're not cheap. They come in caramel, mocha.
I
let's
wish
see,
we
vanilla,
tried the mocha.
pumpkin. They have pumpkin.
Oh, that's good.
I could see that.
I can
for
see
fall.
why they don't refrigerate it though, because
you got to keep it straight up.
it warms your
If you don't shake it,
esophagus
it
after
loses
you
its
eat it.
Fluff.
Fluffiness.
And it's $16-17 a bottle.
So for those of y'all who
Yeah,
are just
no.
tuning in, we're
Not
doing Try It
worth it.
Tuesday.
Don't do it.
We've tried Fluffy Coke, which was fluffer, like the fluffy whip, the marshmallow whip with Coca-Cola, and it negates the carbonation of Coca-Cola. Not really exciting. These whip shots, vodka-infused whipped cream.
Goodness.
The
Gross.
peppermint one,
No.
I could see you putting it on top of hot chocolate in the wintertime. The vanilla one tastes better by itself, in my opinion. The peppermint
Okay.
one tastes like medicine.
I didn't even try it. It's just.
I don't
There you
like
go.
it.
And
No, I
it
don't
melts
try it.
pretty
It looks
fast.
gross. It
It
looks
melts
gross.
pretty fast.
It's
I
like
feel
red.
It melts too. You really got. That's why they say shake it.
Yeah. I just wish it was colder.
But they say you can't.
I
put
want it
it
to be cold.
You
as
can't
well.
refrigerate it?
No.
No.
It says on the bottle, do not
Do not refrigerate.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Someone said add ice. How would you add ice to the whip?
to the what? TikTok
no.
fluffy
Maybe to
Coke?
the fluffy Coke, maybe the ice.
Well, they don't want you to
But we don't
chill
want
it.
that.
But
Yeah.
the whip. Do
But
not.
the whipped cream, I need it chilled.
It's just a gimmick. So they're hoping people will buy it once. That's why they charge $17.
Right.
And then
They realize it sucks, but
Nobody
they got
will
their
buy it.
$17.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I can see how somebody could
I got my
use this in
37
different
bucks.
ways, like novelty, but you're not going to have this on standby in your house.
No, I don't think so. This would be like a party kind of thing, like maybe
Right.
for like a birthday or a bachelorette.
Yeah, bachelorette party would be good.
Would
Kevin,
be
why don't you
really
take a shot
fun.
of that Tullamore Dew honey and tell us how your throat feels?
Yeah,
Yeah, try that
Send
one.
that cup down
Here it is. You know, years
That's the
ago,
liquor.
years ago when
You got a
American
sore throat. Alcohol is not what you want to coat it with.
Ryan, that
Yeah,
helps
no, this
everything.
is great.
Alcohol helps
Ryan, don't you remember? I was going to say years ago I had a really hoarse voice, and my dad, God rest his soul, came here with the Wild Turkey American honey, and I drank that, and it felt so
Get the honey in
good.
Does it smell?
I'm telling you, if you warmed up some tea and put some of that in there, I bet it would be good.
And?
How's it feeling?
It's really easy sipping.
Okay, good. Then
Yeah,
you're
it's
going to
real
sip on that
smooth.
and hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at him. You got Barry White over
Tullamore Dew
here.
honey.
Hold on. Let me clear it. Let me do it one more time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Wow, your voice
let
got
me
really
clear my
good there.
throat.
Wow, it's impressive.
Let me clear my throat.
Speaking of voices, we have Craig Gass coming in.
Yay.
I got Joe Gibbons downstairs right
He's
now.
awesome.
Comedian
he is
Craig
the
Gass
man
has
of
been to our show
1,000 voices.
many, many, many times. He has
Good
a
dude.
very unique story personally of how he was raised. His mother, his father, and his sister are deaf. Is that right?
I
Or just
believe
his
I know
mother
his
and
mother-
father are deaf.
I don't know if his sister was or not. I'm not sure, but I
He
know.
has a very interesting background story. He's a friend of the show. He's been on our show many times, and he's here again in Houston, but a day late because that whole glitch on Friday sent everybody back and can't get on planes.
The only bad thing I could say about him is he's a Mariners fan. That's the only
Oh,
bad thing.
no, he's a
Oh, you
Mariners
have to
than
bring
that-
that up.
He's the best.
Tell him he's not allowed in. We're going to think of something else to talk about next. Ha. Craig Gass next on the Roula and Ryan.
The Roula and Ryan Show. He has been a friend of the Roula and Ryan Show for many, many years.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
And you've heard his many, many voices. It is comedian Craig Gass back in the studio live with us. Hi, Craig.
God, it's been so long.
Yeah, the last time we talked, I think it was right after Eddie Van Halen died, but that was on the phone.
It's a weird story, but I lived at Eddie Van Halen's house back in the day, and you guys called me to talk about it when he passed away.
Yeah,
and about
that's-
those experiences.
How long has he
which
been
was
gone now? 3 years? 4?
4 in the
4
middle of
years
COVID.
already.
It's been 4 years. Yeah, it was
Gosh,
during
that's so
COVID.
crazy.
And
He died of
then the
cancer.
last time I saw you was at the Final Kiss concert.
Yeah.
And
In
that
New
was
York.
back in December. Yeah.
Randomly ran into each other
ran
in
into
New
each other.
York City.
You're in Madison Square Garden.
And we
There's
randomly.
30,000 people, and I'm like,
12
hey,
million
Craig.
people in that city.
Yeah.
They run into each other.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
And Craig, I was telling our audience that, for those who haven't heard your story in a while, I think it's pretty fascinating. Like, your whole background of your family is deaf.
Yes, so I'm a comedian. I've played a bunch of characters on King of Queens, Sex and the City. I do voices, Family Guy, American Dad, The Howard Stern Show, and I've always been able to do any voice that I hear. That's what I'm mostly known for, and that's because that my family, and this is not a joke, everyone in my family is deaf. My mom, my dad, my sister are all.
Was your sister
completely
older
deaf.
or younger?
3 years older than me.
Okay.
And so there was always a sensitivity around it, unless I'm around other comedians. Other comedians are very
Mean?
Tracy Morgan, for some reason, introduced me to some friends and said, "This is Craig. He does voices, and his whole family is retarded." I was like, "You're not retarded."
Like Tracy.
That's so wrong.
Do they wear like football helmets? No, they're deaf.
Tracy, oh my
Tracy,
God.
what's wrong? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
And so when you say there, when you say you became a comedian, you had to talk to yourself, and you were able to emulate people that you heard around you, or what about having a deaf family made you be able to do voices?
because I couldn't learn how to talk from my family. I learned how to talk by watching TV.
Oh my God, that's such a great
Cartoons.
point. Isn't that fascinating?
I copied all the voices I heard on TV. Never got an accent from the Bronx, which is where I'm from. And everybody in the Bronx sounds like Tracy Morgan. Everybody in the Bronx.
That is such
Talk
a
like this.
fascinating point. Your
Whether
parents.
you black or white, male or female, that's crazy. Hey, this is the voice of your next door neighbor, and I'm a Vietnamese girl. That's crazy. Everybody sounded like that.
And you did not sound like you were from there because your family couldn't speak to you. That is,
And
gosh.
the weirder the voice, the easier it is for me to do it.
What was
So-
the first celebrity that you ever
I was just watching
did?
TV. I copied all the. I remember Muhammad Ali, the Fonz, Howard Cosell, and to this day, weird voices are easy. Normal voices are harder. Like Christopher Walken has a real stop and go kind of voice where he'll talk every once in a while. He'll stop and then I'll keep going. Or,
I am so impressed with you. I'm like,
That's so
it's
good.
insane how you can do this.
and so Family Guy, their casting director will send me voices from time to time and say, hey, can you do this celebrity voice or this celebrity voice? And if I get it, I go in.
Did you do Al Pacino?
I creeped out Seth MacFarlane.
Did you really? Why? Because you were so spot on?
No, because I got excited. Don't you guys have people in here that you get excited
Oh, yeah, we
about?
fangirl. Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever come off a little too strong?
A little too overzealous. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm sure someone
You think it's going
has.
to play off cool, and then you just...
Wait, Roula had someone
cool.
in her mind when I said, did you ever come off a little too strong?
It
Who
was George
it?
Strait.
Really?
Because George Strait is such a serious, like, he's like the king of country. It's George Strait. People don't freak out for him. And I fangirled like crazy when I got to meet him because in all my years of radio, Craig, that's the one guy I hadn't gotten to meet ever.
And you could feel it.
And
that
it was
you
in
were creeping
Vegas
him
that
out.
I got to meet him. I go, oh my God, you understand? I was 15 years old and I had a history test and I lied to my mom and I took the show to the rodeo and I spent $55 for a scalper to go to your seats and I wish I caught your cowboy hat and I did it.
He's like,
and he was like,
security.
Yeah, he's like, oh, get her out.
You said all
I saw all that
in 2
just like
seconds.
that. Just like that to him.
All right, that's pretty good. Here's what I did.
Okay.
And by the way, keep in mind, I'm working with him. This is my first job working for Family Guy.
And Seth does all the voice, pretty much 90% of the voices.
Seth MacFarlane,
on
He
Family
does.
Guy.
Yeah, he's also running the board on this one. I walk in, it's just me and Seth, and I can already tell that I'm coming off a little too strong because every TV show I've been on, I've been really lucky. It's a huge show, but I never watched Sex and the City until I was on it. I didn't watch King of Queens or Law and Order until I was on it. But Family Guy, I was religiously every Sunday night. I was
So you're
watching.
a fan of that show.
I'm a fan, so when I walk in, I know exactly who Seth MacFarlane is, and I think he's a genius. And I walked in, and I remember every time he'd make a joke, apparently I was laughing a little too hard, and I'd go, and he's like, relax. And I go, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. And he goes, hey, man, come on, let's go in. This will only take a few minutes. We'll bang this out real quick. So we walk in the studio. He kept doing one line as Peter Griffin, where he kept saying, this is crazier than when Al Pacino was a slumlord laundromat attendant. And then they cut to me as Al Pacino, surrounded by a bunch of broken down washers and dryers, going, you're out of order. And you're out of order. And you're all out of order. And then we did that
That's awesome.
3 times. And then Seth goes, all right, I think we're good. But I'm so nervous because I think
Be friends.
we're going to be friends now.
Oh, no.
Because we're working together. So I go, all right, you want to
Hang out.
hang out? And he goes, what do you mean hang out? And I go, why don't you want to grab a coffee or something? And he goes, I got to work. And I said, you want me to leave? He goes, yeah, get the hell out of here.
And how much was your heart racing the entire time? And then you're thinking it over and over in your head in your car in the parking lot, like, oh my God, I killed one too strong. Am I ever going to work with him again?
Not only that, I walk out and I don't hear from them again for like 6 months.
Oh, wow.
After they said they wanted to hire me to work on the show. And then Linda, the casting director at the time, started calling me after a while and saying, hey, Craig, can you do this voice or this voice? And every time she called, I said, I can do whatever you want, whatever you need. And every time she books me and I go back in to record, Seth MacFarlane is never around. It's always a guy named Mike Henry who does the voice of Cleveland and the creepy old guy. And every time I see Mike,
Herbert the Fur.
I'll go, hey, Mike, is Seth around? And every time I see him, he goes, don't worry about Seth. We'll get you out of here real quick.
Man.
So Seth was probably
Does
there.
that just kill you, though, Craig?
Hiding
Does that
from
just
you.
kill you? Because somebody that you love so much, you feel like they are alienating you, and you're like, oh my God, he thinks I'm
Of
weirdo.
course. When I did King of Queens, by the way, I just wanted to say that story about Seth MacFarlane, that's a censored version of the story. If you want to hear the uncensored, come out to the secret group this weekend because it's much better, the uncensored version. But
Let's
It's
reset
a
real
radio
quick. For
friendly.
those that are just tuning in, the voice that you are hearing is Craig Gass. He's been on our show many, many times. And he comes and goes for different comedy situations here in Houston. This one is the secret group, htx.com. That's where you can go to find tickets, or you can follow him on Instagram, Craig Gass Comedy. That's Gass with 2 S's, Craig Gass Comedy. And he's got 2 shows on Saturday, one at 7, one at 9, the secret group, htx.com. Continue.
So I did King of Queens, and I'm realizing this is a similar story. I was very insecure about this. So Kevin James hired me to do the show. It was a writer for the show who was a fan and would hear me all the time on the radio and said, man, I got this idea for this character, and we could have this comedian. He does impressions. And Kevin signed off. I thought Kevin and I were going to, Because I had heard so many comedians go, that guy loves comedians. He's always hooking
His
up.
brother's like
His brother's a comedian.
Greg Valentine, right?
Yes, Greg Valentine.
Greg Valentine.
And
I don't know.
I go in. He's also on the show. He was also on King of Queens. So Kevin and I don't connect at all. And I thought that his co-star, what is her name?
Leah Remini.
Yeah.
Leah Remini was probably going to be standoffish. Leah Remini and I were calling each other a horrifying nickname within 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
And you're that close.
We started calling each other F-face. That's what we
okay.
within 24 hours. And so, but Kevin's really standoffish. I'm so insecure about it that at the end of every rehearsal day, whenever I heard Kevin go, all right, I think we're good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I would run out the stage door and I'd just be outside in the parking lot. And when he'd come out and go, Kevin, hey. Hey, buddy.
Here.
It's good to see you, man.
Oh, I'm just hanging out here. I didn't know you had to find you walking this way.
So weird. You work here? I just, hey, man, I'm really excited about this week. And every time he just go, oh, yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. And he just walk away.
Oh,
Get away
wow.
from me, Craig Gass.
5 years later, I'm broadcasting from the Super Bowl Media Center. I go to the Super Bowl every year, and I get silly content.
Yeah, you were
from
with
the
us?
players.
Yeah, you were with us for 2017. Yeah.
And Kevin James walking through to promote a new movie, and he's got a bunch of security with him, and I go, Kevin, what's up? And he looked at me, he did a double take and went, Gas.
Oh, nice.
It had been at least 6-7 years.
Oh, wow.
He goes, Gas, come here. He goes, I got to get you to do your Sandler for the Sandman. Walks me into a room. Adam Sandler is all alone in this room.
Oh, wow.
And he said, Adam, you got to hear this guy do this impression.
Oh, no.
And he goes, do your impression. And I go, I say, I know that you talk like this. And, and Sandler goes, oh, that's good, buddy. That's good. And I go, wait, there's one more part of the impression. Your laugh where you go, and he goes, all right, take it easy. That's enough. That's enough.
Did you find celebrities they like it, but they're kind of like, if it's too much, they're like, yeah, you're making fun of me now.
Yeah, and you know why? I realize now. I did a TV show on NBC with Alec Baldwin, and Alec said, do you ever do the impressions for the people you do impressions of? Do you ever say, hi, I do an impression of you. Would you like to hear it? And I said, yeah, but they feel weird about it. And he goes, you know why? It's because you take a part of their soul. And I went, what? And you know what it is? It's when you hear your voice for the first time on a recording, you go,
Ooh, I sound
is that what
way.
I sound like? And then when you add to that a physical mannerism that makes everybody laugh, you just go,
Yeah, they're making
They're
fun.
I
making fun
don't
of me.
get it.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
Feels weird.
Feels weird.
Well-
But man, I have a story.
I want to know about the Adam Levine
Yeah, when we come
joke.
back, I got to hear this.
There is a prank being played on Adam Levine right now that he doesn't know about. It's happening on tour, and it was inspired by one of my jokes, and it is insane
Okay,
that
that's
he
a fantastic tease,
Oh, I
Craig
cannot
Gass.
wait.
hasn't even noticed it, and it's insane. The evidence is on full display every time they perform live, Maroon 5.
Okay, we're going to find out what this prank is next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE.
It's KRBE. Let's do it with more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
We usually do Scoop right now, brought to you by Taqueria Arandas, and our Scoop is comedian Craig Gass, who is
Hey,
live in
Craig.
studio for the first time in years, even though we talked on the phone. You're finally back in studio here. You're at the secret group, htx.com, this Saturday. Craig Gass Comedy on Instagram, or getgas with 2 S's.com. 2 shows on Saturday, 7 and 9 o'clock. Welcome back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
I've got your scoop.
Oh, tell me
You've
the
got the
scoop.
scoop.
I need to know this
so
Adam
what
Levine
is this
prank.
thing that you're doing to Adam Levine?
So there is a prank being played on Adam Levine right now on tour that he's completely unaware of. And I have the evidence on my Instagram page. It's it's inspired by a story that I've told on stage that I'm not supposed to tell. And it's a friend of mine who's in a band. It's one of the biggest hard rock bands of all time
Okay.
that he's in. And they were doing a festival tour in Europe. I've told this story on stage that the headlining band was AC/DC. The singer of AC/DC comes into this band's dressing room to say hello. The band, naked. They're getting ready to go on stage. They're gonna.
We're changing.
Yeah, but they're changing. They're getting ready to go look cool. And and apparently the singer of AC/DC is an incredibly warm, social person. He's working the room, saying hello to everybody, making eye contact.
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
He's 76 years
Sounds like
old.
he swallowed razor blades.
Yeah.
Still out there
man.
playing with AC/DC.
And at some point, and trust me, I'm going to bring it back around to Adam Levine, but I have to tell you the backstory, which is the singer of AC/DC is looking around the room, saying hello to everybody. He sees the drummer, and he starts staring at the drummer. Before he finally walks over and goes, and I'll say male genitalia.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, man, did you know you've got a giant piece of male genitalia on your back, man. And the drummer looks at him and goes, what are you talking about? He goes, your tattoo, it's a big piece of male genitalia. And the drummer explains, it's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
It's an angry dragon. And then he goes, I know it's a dragon, but look, it looks like you got two things on the bottom and this on top. And then the whole band turns around and looks at the drummer and goes, oh my God, hold on. And they all start getting their camera phones
Now they
out.
see it?
And they're taking pictures and they go, look, you see how on the bottom it looks like two things on the bottom?
Oh my God.
And now he's looking at the tattoo for the first time going, what the hell? When his singer looks at him and goes, dude, I'm not trying to be a jerk, all right? I'm really looking at your tattoo for the first time, and I have to be honest, it does not look like your dragon is breathing fire. It looks so much worse.
Wow.
He thinks they're messing with him, and he goes, shut up, come on, let's go on stage, it's time to rock. But he knows what he saw, and he calls the tattoo shop the next day, which is located in the United States. This takes place over in Europe. He calls the tattoo shop and goes, hey, you think it's funny you're drawing a big piece of male genitalia on me? You think that's funny? And this is what he hears from the tattoo shop. Yeah, we got a lot of complaints about that guy. Apparently, he was putting male genitalia on everybody that he would always somehow work it into the tattoo.
Oh my God.
And we actually sat him down. We sat him down and said, hey, be honest. No, be honest. Are you putting male genitalia on people, or what? And the guy said, "Can I make a phone call?" And we said, "Go ahead." And he fled.
Whoa.
He fled. The guy left a trail of ding dongs everywhere. But listen. Next time you come back, we'll cover it up. No problem. And so the next day he has another festival show with his bandmates. Hasn't seen them in 48 hours. He walks in. He can feel everybody's eyes on him, and he goes, I got a big piece of male genitalia, right? Everybody's got questions, and somebody goes, hey, I thought you were friends with that guy. He goes, I love that guy. He was my boy. We used to party together. I don't know.
You screwed him over.
I mean, he did a couple of my tattoos, but we used to party together. I don't understand. Someone who was paying attention said, a couple of your tattoos. And he goes, yeah. And I thought he just did your dragon. He goes, no, he did my dragon, but he also did my Jesus on my left.
Oh, no.
And they all froze.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I can't even finish that story in a clean way. When you come out to the secret group this weekend on Saturday, I'll finish that part of the story for you. But that is the story. Tattoos of male genitalia, right?
Okay.
And Adam Levine has a lot of tattoos.
Adam Levine has a lot of tattoos.
We all saw him at the Super Bowl when we took his shirt off.
Yes.
I was contacted by somebody who makes guitars for Maroon 5.
Okay.
And he said, I've known this guy for a while. He said, dude, I have a crazy story to tell you. I make guitars for Adam Levine. And I was inspired by one of your jokes, the story you tell about the male genitalia. And I sent it to Adam Levine for the specs that he wanted for a guitar. And I didn't hear from him for like 2 months. I called his guitar tech and I said, hey, did you get that guitar? And he goes, yeah, oh God, he loves it. He plays it every night on stage. And he goes, dude, did you look at the guitar? And he goes,
oh, no.
Yeah, it's got flowers. And he goes, those aren't flowers.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Because if you just look on my Instagram at Craig Gass Comedy.
I know, right?
Let me look right
Craig Gass Comedy with 2 S's.
Yep.
You will see Adam Levine playing this guitar. He's been playing this guitar.
That he thinks it has flowers.
Flip through to the next picture. You'll see the pictures of the flowers on the guitar. Flip through the next picture. It's zoomed in.
Oh, my.
Those are not sunflowers. Those are.
Man.
It is.
Oh, my God, you can see it.
Covered in male genitalia.
Oh, my God, look at that. Ahmad, do you see it?
Oh,
That's Craig Gass
Oh, my
Comedy.
gosh.
Plain
And he
as
doesn't
day.
know. And he doesn't
me
know.
see it on my
Nobody.
phone.
This is not gotten
Oh,
to
my
him.
God.
He has no idea.
Eric.
That
Come here,
thing
look.
is covered. Eric's coming over to the side of the.
He's coming over to my mic.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see it? You see it? This is plain as day.
It's all over the guitar.
He's not hiding
Eric,
it.
Eric, look, here's another one. Look, they're all over.
It's a potpourri of male genitalia.
How did he not see this? It's all over it.
And you're sure he doesn't know?
To be fair, that design is on the back of the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
if he flips it over,
But
it's
he
like,
never looks at the back of the guitar, and it's covered in male genitalia.
Really
At
obvious.
Craig Gass Comedy. Craig Gass Comedy, 2 S's.
Oh my
And
God.
again,
Wow.
I'll tell you the uncensored version of that story when you come out to the secret group this weekend.
The
in
secret
downtown.
group, HTX.com. Craig Gass will be there for 2 shows on Saturday, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Now, you did say that there are a lot of celebrities' voices that you can emulate, where the celebrity has sought you out because
Yes.
you can emulate them?
Yes.
Like, who's an example of a celebrity that found you?
I had dinner with Christopher Walken, and he hated me.
Oh, no. Why did he hate you?
Wait, did he purposely ask you to dinner to tell you he hates you?
There was another comedian at the table, Richard Belzer.
Okay,
Yes.
Who
He just passed away.
Just passed
Yeah.
away. Who was on Law and Order, and we were doing a roast of Richard Belzer. Richard is so nice to me. He asked me to do the roast, and then he asked me to sit at his table for a formal dinner before the roast. And in the middle of dinner, he goes, "Hey, Chris, get over here. Do you know Craig Gass? Here, sit between me and Craig." I look up. It's Christopher Walken.
Wow.
And he sits down, and there's a prepared meal at every seat. And so Christopher Walken sits down. There's a steak right in front of him. He starts cutting the steak, and his body language is irritable. He's not even looking up at Richard while Richard's trying to talk to him. And at some point, Richard goes, "All right, listen, I know you're not in a good mood. I know a lot of people do an impression of you, but you gotta hear." And I went, "Oh, no, Richard, he doesn't want." And he goes,
Wait,
"No,
we
no,
don't
no,
need
the
that.
crowd, no."
Not
You're
right
like,
now,
"No."
not with this guy.
He goes, "No,
Sourpuss
it's
face
fine.
right now.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
Oh,
Chris,
man.
Chris, will you look at me? Look at me. Now look at Craig." Christopher Walken threw his utensils on the table and went, "Go ahead." And I went,
oh no.
"I don't know if this sounds like you or not, but what I try to do is I try to sound as weird as possible. And every once in a while, I say the word cowbell. Pow!" And Walken went, "Wow." And then he went back to his food. And then Belzer goes, "Hold on. You ever heard anybody do an impression of, and he starts making me go through all
Oh,
these
no.
impressions until Christopher Walken finally went, "Listen, I get it. You're talented. Good for you." And I was like, "I'm not."
Oh, you're like, I'm not trying to do it.
Belzer's
no.
trying. That's not me. He's pushing me. I'm not trying to do that to you.
That is
Yeah.
such an odd spot to be in, Craig.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to disrespect Richard Belzer. He's telling you to do the impressions. It's Christopher Walken.
So how does
you
the-
know Christopher Walken. You read in that room. He
How
does
does the
not want to
dinner-
hear it.
How does it end?
It ends with us going to the roast, and I ended up making fun of Christopher Walken. I had to. He was in such a bad mood. It just felt like fun to get some jokes in on Christopher Walken. But that whole show that I do that is happening this weekend at the Secret Group, it's all impressions, stories about people who I do impressions of who've tried to meet me over the years, and a lot of sports because I'm a huge sports
When you were
fan.
living with Eddie Van Halen, did he, like, he's just playing his guitar, just hanging out? Did he ever say, "Give me a voice"? Did he want you to do that, or were you guys just friends? Were you just BS with each other, or did he want you to, like, entertain him too?
We would just kind of BS through each other. I was going through a bad breakup at the time, so we'd always end up just hang out and commiserating. He had just broken up with a porn star.
Oh, my
He was
God.
dating.
Sounds like Eddie Van Halen.
And so it wasn't exactly the same kind of situation. I did invite a girl there once that who she wanted to hang out with me, and she said, "Hey, do you want me to come over to your place?" And I went, "I think so. Let me see if
I don't
that's-"
know if I'm allowed to tell you where I'm
and I
living right
didn't
now.
know. And so I said, let me call you back. And she said, "Oh my God, you have a girlfriend." I said, No. I live in a very unique situation. So let me just call you back. I didn't know how to just say, "I live at Eddie Van." It's too weird.
Yeah,
Live at Eddie Van Halen's house.
And so I hung up the phone. I found Ed, and I said, I go, "Hey, I don't know if Maddie, his assistant Maddie, I don't know if he told you that I met a girl and she wants to come over. Is it okay to, and he was always smoking, and he said, "Dude, get some ass." Okay, cool. So
Because he was actually living in the house at the same time as you, or you're just in his house.
Well, there's
a difference there.
There's multiple houses. There's a mansion where he lives.
Yes.
There's a guest house where his assistant lives. And then
Yes.
up the hill is a recording studio where I lived.
5150. You lived at
the person would
5150.
not-
5150.
Yeah, the person would not have seen Eddie Van Halen because you were not in the home where Eddie Van Halen
No, he's
sleeps.
shaking his head no.
No, but when I brought her up, I opened the door to the studio, and she walked in and looked around and went, "Wow, is your friend like the biggest Van Halen fan on the planet?" Or what?
This guy.
Kind of. Kind of. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Craig Gass, the secret group,
Oh, wow.
htx.com. You can follow him on Instagram, Craig Gass Comedy. It's Gass with 2 S's. Or go to getgas.com.
Can you do any? I know we have to go, but impersonations of women, or is it just strictly dudes?
I can't sing and I can't do women's voices, but I can do everything.
How about my voice? You've known me a long time.
Yeah, I can. Oh, that's easy. You ready? All right.
Okay.
Just what do you want? What do you want me to say? Is Eric?
You can say whatever you want.
He loves bourbon.
Yeah, I love
he
bourbon.
loves rich things. He knows billionaires. He's
Okay.
never been on a private jet, though.
Everybody in Houston, close your eyes. This is a
Let me see if this
Here we
is
go.
perfect
Here we go.
impression.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Okay, here we go. I like bourbon. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to work on that. I think that's my Tracy Morgan. I'm sorry.
Tracy
I'm sorry.
Morgan.
I'm
That's
sorry. That was
Tracy.
Tracy Morgan. Sorry.
That's so fun.
See, we're
Craig.
too close. He can't do it to me because he
that's
doesn't
fun.
want to hurt my feelings.
Craig Gass, go see him, guys, on Saturday. There's a 7 o'clock show and a 9 o'clock show. The secret group, htx.com. Thanks for coming
Craig,
by
thanks
in
for
person.
stopping by.
Thank you.
Hanging out again. Fun stories.
So good to see you guys. Thank you guys. I am just grateful for you guys. Thank you for
Sure.
always
Hope
having
to
me
see you
on.
this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, in case you missed what happened on Revenge, people contact us all the time when they've been wronged and they made it right, but the person that wronged them doesn't know how they made it right. That's how you get revenge. You'll hear it next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
From the Bell Furniture Unbeatable Prices Traffic Desk, I-45 Gulf Freeway northbound at Woodridge. Watch for a stalled car. It's being cleared. I-45 Gulf Freeway northbound before Wayside. That wreck is out of the way. 59 Southwest Freeway northbound at Edlow. You've got a stalled car in the center lane. It's causing a 15-minute delay. I'm Becca Parker with your KRBE traffic check.